Nestled in the rolling hills of Middle Tennessee, Franklin is more than just a quaint small town. If you're thinking about moving here and doing your research to see if Franklin would be a good fit for you and your family, there's a good chance this video might help you. Franklin has so much to offer, from the town itself to famous festivals to awesome food and best of all, the people. I'm going to count down 7 reasons why so many people fall in love with Franklin and why you might too. Number 1, downtown Franklin. Downtown Franklin, a historic Main Street area, is about 20 miles south of Nashville. Founded in 1799, Franklin has a long history, and many of the buildings in the downtown area date back to the late 1800s, early 1900s. The downtown area is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. One of the most endearing features of the city of Franklin are the various annual events put on for the residents and the visitors alike. These are all family-friendly events like the Main Street Festival, the Pumpkin Fest, Dickens of a Christmas, and a Pilgrimage Music Festival. Besides the restaurants that we'll get to in just a minute, downtown has antique stores, art galleries, clothing and jewelry stores, and just about everybody's favorite, Kilwin's ice cream. If the waffle cones don't get you, the chocolate and fudge will. By the way, if this is your first time visiting my channel, if you'd like to stay on top of the changing market here, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you'll be the first to learn what's going on. I'm glad you're here. Number 2, Southern hospitality. Southern hospitality is a thing, it's a real thing. I didn't believe it till I moved here in 2005, and now I am baptized in the spirit of the Southern way. There's just something special about it. I came from Colorado Springs, where people are nice, but not Tennessee nice, no offense. Despite living in a PC world, you're going to hear someone call you honey or darling. If you do something stupid, you're likely to hear bless your heart. At first, you'll think bless your heart is someone wishing you well. You'll come to learn that actually means that's too bad. For example, when you tell someone you run hard into a curb and flatten your tire, there's a good chance you got a bless your heart headed your way. If you need help, you'll get it. If you need understanding, you'll get it. If you need someone that has your back in some ways, you'll get that too. My advice to those new to the area is don't confuse a polite tone with a weak constitution. That's all I'll say about that. Number 3, beautiful scenery. Just a few miles out Highway 96 is the Natchez Trace Bridge. The Natchez Trace is a national parkway that runs 444 miles to Natchez, Mississippi. It travels through Tupelo and Jackson, Mississippi. If you ride a motorcycle like I do, I strongly recommend a trip on the Trace. Franklin is surrounded by gentle hills, rivers, creeks, and ponds. You can live in the country just a few miles out of town, or you can be in a subdivision like Fieldstone Farms or West Haven, close to shopping, dining, and entertainment. I have a favorite back road that I drive several times a month that winds its way through the hills under tree-covered canopies. It's beautiful, it really is. Honestly, the land is awesome here. If you're not from the South, the green will surprise you. It sure did me coming from Colorado. Number 4, the Franklin Theater. The Franklin Theater opened in 1937. For the next 70 years, the Franklin Theater was the centerpiece of downtown. The theater is a very small venue, and under pressure from larger movie houses in Cool Springs, the theater closed its doors in 2007. In 2008, the Heritage Foundation with Williamson County launched a Save the Franklin Theater campaign. They succeeded. In 2011, the theater reopened and once again took its place at the center of downtown. The theater still shows movies, has live theater, and hosts award-winning musical talent. Outside of the statue in the square, it's probably the second most photographed place in Franklin. Number 5, the rich history of Franklin. Tennessee's role in the Civil War is important, and if you're into history, there's no shortage of things to explore. Franklin was a strategic point along the route between Nashville and the Confederate stronghold in Columbia, Tennessee. Control of Franklin allowed access between these two important cities. The Battle of Franklin was fought on November 30th, 1864. It resulted in a victory for the Union, allowing them to continue their withdrawal to Nashville, but with heavy casualties on both sides. The Battle of Franklin was said to be one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War, lasting around 5 hours. The fierce fighting took place on the outskirts of Franklin itself, devastating the town. Number 6, great restaurants. In case you didn't know, the South is well known for its food. If you've never been here, there's some weird things like grits for breakfast and chitlins, which to this day, I really don't understand that. But we're famous for hot chicken and waffles. But in downtown Franklin, we've got fine dining in places like the Cork and Cow. Isn't that southern? Gray's on Main and the Red Pony. There's the Mellow Mushroom and McCreary's Irish Pub for the more casual crowd. Really good fish and chips there. There's so many more places, but the point is, when it comes to food in Franklin, you got lots of choices and price points. You'll love it. Number 7, the community feel. Although we touched on some of this when we covered Southern hospitality, the heart of Franklin and Tennessee really is the sense of community that comes from living here. We talked about the events that take place downtown. We talked about the people and how they're generally kind and at the same time incredibly strong. But if you'll reach out and engage with the people here, you'll find the feeling that your home will come. Most of those who come to this area just to try it out stay for a lifetime. If you like this video, I hope you share it with others. If you're thinking about moving this way, I'd love it if you reach out. My contact information is in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.